What's up, my people? Before we start the show, make sure you like the video, comment on the commentary, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the GVG family, because without you, there's no us. And as always, we thank you, and all praises to the Most High. Now let's get into it. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hally back again, Gvg Podcast. You know how we do. Detroit in the building. We represent and we doing the thing. What up, though? Look, today we're going to talk about, bear with me on this one, how the devil controls the mental health crisis. I got a few points. I'm going to call them out and then I'm going to go on the fly like I do. The first one is the seeds of crisis. How the devil controls the mental health crisis. The first thing is the seeds of crisis. In order for things like suicide and depression and anger and anxiety and PTSD to exist, they have to derive from or start from a seed. The Most High God is the planter of good. So he would be, in turn, throwing out good seeds. The devil or Sataniel or Satan or the evil side or the demons would therefore plant evil, demonic seeds. The battle for your life is based on the Most High's voice and the devil's voice, and which one that you hear. So the devil is making sure that he's always planting a seed in your mind every day of your life. Every day of your life, there is a bad seed planted, and it is there to try to block you from reaching your full potential in who you are. So think about that. Most people who are battling suicide and all of these things, it started somewhere. It didn't start yesterday, but it started somewhere. And somewhere along those lines, you started to believe. And your belief is what makes the seed grow. Your belief waters the seed. And then it grows. And the more it grows, it's harder to uproot. That's why you see people who are 40, 50, 60 years old who are stuck in their ways because whatever seeds were planted when they were teenagers never got uprooted. So therefore they matured and they grew into full grown trees and now they're bearing fruit. That's game. So understand the number one thing, my first point, is the devil plants the seeds of crisis. There's no thing that's happening out here without the seed being planted first, good or bad. Number two is the maturation of the seeds planted. So it's going back to what I said. If you live in a world where the good seeds and the bad seeds are planted, eventually they mature and they grow. They have roots, and then those roots really get down in the soil. So it's like a dandelion. You can pull that right up out the grass, but it takes a few men and some saws and some mechanical equipment to knock a tree down. And that's what's happening in our minds and our hearts and our spirits, is we have let the seeds get planted and they matured to a growth level that is going to be hard to chop it down, like seeds of jealousy, seeds of envy, seeds of hate. These are seeds that were planted in some people. They're so big and mature that it takes a psychiatrist or a professional to be able to try and chop those things down. This is real game I'm giving you. We gonna try to slay these demons. We ain't gonna try. We gonna do it. And we gonna do it together. Third point. The lack of professional help. Where I come from, Detroit, the east side, 7 miles, 6 mile, 8 mile. We've never heard of professional help. Never. You've never heard your father, your mother, your uncle, your brother. You've never heard anyone say it. Back in school, we used to be like, we see the LD kids. They had chemical imbalances, but we never knew that single mother homes was a layer. We never knew that parents dying was a layer. We never knew that poverty was a layer. We never knew that there were issues that you wouldn't necessarily call a chemical imbalance or retarded. There were layers that would lead or cause your anger issues, or you not being able to open up, or you handling things the way you handled them. So have always had a lack of professional help. We never looked for professionals to help us with our issues. We just kept it moving. We just kept going. We looked at things like, hey, it's all in the game, bro. It is what it is. That's how it be. We never said, bro, you just punched that wall. You might need to seek some professional help. Bro, you just threw your girl across the room. You might need to be seeking some professional help. The lady that just got through on the floor, like, you still with this joker. I think you need some professional help too. We never did that. So that's one thing I will say about children today is they have more conversations about mental health than we ever had. We never had those conversations. We never knew it even existed. We never knew of the crutch of the mental health. We never knew it. We just kept it moving. So, the fourth point is the culture of acceptance and giving up. The devil is relentless. He attacks you every day. And there are some people who can't endure. There are some people who have literally accepted and have given up. They have been pinned by the devil. So they will live with the pain. They will live with the monkey on their back. They will live in that state of brokenness because they've accepted it. You get how I'm going through these points and seeing why the devil is steady pouncing on us day after day after day after day until we just give up. We try to fight the good fight every day, not realizing that he is relentless. It is his job. He will never go away till the day you die. If you can accept that, then you can understand half of the battle. But what's happening is we have learned to live with our pain. We've learned to live with our trauma, and we wear it like a badge of honor. But we never turn the page to the next chapter in our lives. This is something that is hindering us, and this is something that is stopping us from reaching our full potential. Understand, people, the culture of acceptance and giving up is stopping you from reaching your blessings. This is real life. This is real deal. The fifth point is the lack of tools equipped to fight. So a lot of us think, well, actually, a lot of us aren't even conscious of a thing called spiritual warfare. But you don't learn these tools in school. You don't learn these tools on the street. And most people would think you would learn these tools in church, but you don't. Some churches you may learn these tools, but most of us, we are not equipped with any tools to be able to fight in the realm of spiritual warfare, which is what the devil is attacking you every single day. Where we come from, and in America, people are not teaching you or showing you what the supernatural is. They're not showing you what spiritual warfare is. So in turn, you're not conscious of it. So you will not be able to even know what a tool is to be equipped to fight. Understand that once you have tools, you will be equipped to fight. If you go in a war and someone has a rifle and you have a knife, you have not been properly equipped to fight that battle. It would take a miracle of the gun jamming or him having no aim for you to get close enough to stab him and win. What is happening is we are going into daily battles with a knife. We're bringing a knife to a gunfight, and we're wondering why we keep losing. We are wondering why we're losing when we're bringing a knife to a gunfight. It's spiritual warfare. We have not been equipped to fight fire with fire. Understand that this is a big point. The tools, we have not had them. The churches aren't giving them to us. The schools aren't giving them to us. The streets aren't giving them to us. Our parents are not giving us these tools. You really have to search and fight and find these things. Number 6, the devices of destruction. We're talking about phones, TV, social media, all the different things, radio, all the things that you see and hear that affect who you are and how you live and what you bring to the world. We already know this is self-explanatory. I just want to put that on the board just to let you know that the devices of destruction, those are the things that we use to self-destruct. Those are the things that we use to have delusion, and those are the things that we do to further our delusion. And a lot of us are using those devices on a daily basis. I'm not going to get too into that. That's where I'm going to leave that. The devices of self-destruction. So the hardship of admittance. It's so hard for people to admit that they have a problem. It's so hard for people to admit that they need help. That right there is the reason why so many people are messed up, because we don't want to admit that we're weak in areas. We don't want to admit that we need to submit to something and we need help with something. That's pride. That's whatever it is that you have. You need to turn that ego down and turn some humility up, because we all need help. We all need some form of therapy. Number 8, the Million Medication March. The people that do want help and do seek help end up being part of this pharmaceutical circus of just getting pills and sedating the body and not helping the spirit. Pills and sedation is good for the body, but the healing comes from the communication and talking and the tools that I mentioned earlier. So they're making all of this money off of sedating your body, but they're not helping your mind. That's just some more game. The healing that never happens. So many of us, I go down 7 Mile. You see so many people who are just out there crazy, slapping themselves and got on the clothes they done wore 6 months and just doing things, running out in the street naked and everything, because they've never had healing. There's so many people who have went 20, 30, 40 years without healing. It's like having a car and never washing it for 40 years. You're going to have so much gunk on it that you're going to have to go through the car wash like 6 times just to see out the window. That's a tough thing to deal with, but a lot of us, the healing that never happens. A lot of us never get healed, unfortunately. And that's a sad thing. And I'll end on this. The end result of untreated issues. We have so many people who have untreated issues and then they grow old into their 50s, 60s, 70s, and it just stays with them forever. And what happens is they in turn teach you the generational curses and pass on the generational curses to their people. And the cycle continues. I believe that in this day and age, we have come to a point where we can get healing. We just have to want it. This your boy Hally. I love all of y'all. I hope that you're finding the healing that you need. We out. Thank you for being a part of this experience. GVG appreciates every single one of you. I hope you came away from this video with a little more perspective, patience, understanding, and purpose. So until next time, we on Christ time.